Well, greetings, everybody. My name is Joanne Shearer Parkin, and I want to welcome you to this Wednesday night Lifevantage webinar. And I have with me as well, I'm going to be co-presenting tonight with a dear friend and business associate, Victoria Booth. So say hi, Victoria.
Hello, everyone. Glad you're all with us today.
Awesome. Okay, so everybody, I think we're going to start with a little introductions and just a little bit about myself. I am a registered dietitian, nutritionist, have a master's of science in nutrition, been in the world of nutrition for, was in that world for 40 years, practicing actively in a number of different, in a variety of settings. And my last job I had, I was director of nutrition services at a cardiovascular specialty hospital. And that's when I was introduced to Lifevantage, and that was 10 years ago. So this has been a wonderful, fabulous 10-year journey for me. And so we started out like everybody does. I just started very slowly, just talking to a few people and sharing the wonderful story of Lifevantage and our flagship product, Protandim Nrf2. And it really helped me to set me free from my windowless office. My husband had died just the year before, and I was a widow, and I was wondering, when am I ever going to get out of this windowless office? And I was age 61 at the time when I joined Lifevantage. So it just really helped to provide me with some freedom and a wonderful, beautiful lifestyle. And so I'm here to share about that tonight. And also Victoria's on here with us too. So Victoria, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Joanne. Well, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I grew up in Maryland. My background is nursing, and we've got similar stories going, Joanne. I've got a 35 plus year career. I started when I was 16 years old as a nurse's aide. I had a passion to help people. So I got my undergraduate degree, and later in life, I got my master's degree, and that led me to a position as director of behavioral health in a large medical center. But it was a hugely stressful job, and it negatively affected my health. And so I was looking and praying for something. And lo and behold, I was in a networking group, and I met Maria Williams, who promptly told me all about Lifevantage. And, it's pretty much forever changed my life because as a result of that, my passion and mission to help other people is alive and very well right now with this company. My stress levels plummeted, and I feel great. So I am so truly grateful to be part of this wonderful company.
Yes, I would agree with you there. I am too. So let's get started with presentation, everybody. So first of all, I'm going to disclosures. And, tonight we're going to be talking about health, and we're going to be talking about financial aspects as well. And so, we're all unique and different. And so we're going to have varying outcomes and varying results. So tonight, Victoria and I are going to talk about activation versus supplementation. We're going to be talking about how to flip the switches on your cells. And there's three switches that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the Nrf2 switch, the Nrf1, and the NAD switch. These are switches, and I also describe them as anti-aging pathways. I love that, right? So by flipping these switches, you are going to feel better and do more. Victoria.
Absolutely. So we're being hijacked on a daily basis by the food we eat, the water we drink, environmental, personal things, stresses, technology. We just can't get away from any of these things.
That's right. So did you know that 85,000 chemicals have been introduced into our environment since the Industrial Revolution? And all of those 85,000 chemicals are a source of what we call oxidative stress. Stress on our bodies from these toxic molecules that we get from our environment. We get from UV rays, we get from our cell phones. So this is really over years starts damaging our cells. So what is happening inside of us, Victoria?
So, we really do try to eliminate these the best we can, but we simply can't do that. And so all of this is, impacting our bodies and basically, dimming the lights. And that's why we need to get to those switches. So what does it feel like? Decreased immune system, brain fog. What else, Joanne?
Oh, yeah, sluggishness, bad mood, lack of motivation, increased stress, fatigue. Wow, we've all experienced all of that, haven't we? So, what is really happening inside of our bodies when the light is dimming, when all of that's going on inside? So, we're going to be talking about three biochemical problems that are going on inside of our bodies with when the light is being dimmed, right? When we're feeling so wiped out. There's three of them we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about oxidative stress, mitochondrial decline, and a decline in sirtuin activity. Now, mind you, these are actually three, we're going to be talking about three pathways, anti-aging pathways that are going to address these three. But I want you to know that there are at least 20 different anti-aging pathways in the human body. But we're going to talk about what we think are the most powerful and the most scientifically validated.
So science has already discovered that our genes contain an incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. So if you could leverage, those genes to flip a switch, would you do that?
Yes, would you do that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk first about the oxidative stress theory of aging and how you can flip a switch called Nrf2 that is going to help address this oxidative stress theory of aging. So what is oxidative stress? Again, you remember the slide previously, 85,000 chemicals that have been introduced in our environment since the Industrial Revolution. All of those chemicals cause this condition inside of our bodies called oxidative stress, the theory of why we age and why we get all of the health problems that come with aging. So oxidative stress is kind of like this apple. See what happens when you take a bite out of the apple or you cut the apple, you put it on the counter, what happens? It turns brown. That's oxidation on that apple. So that's going on inside of our bodies. So our bodies fight back. They produce these potent, powerful antioxidant enzymes. Yes, our cells make antioxidants, right? You know a lot about antioxidants, right? Food, pills. Well, there's a more powerful, potent way that we can manage this oxidative stress, and that is through these cellular antioxidants. But as we get older, unfortunately, the production of those powerful antioxidants slow down. A lot of other things slow down as we age too, right, Victoria?
Absolutely.
So what can we do about it?
Well, it's been fabulous. So we can, we talked about flipping those switches, that NRF2 pathway. So again, this product is made up of all natural ingredients. It lowers your oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And that is absolutely huge. So, when you look at this slide, it just shows you, there's the intact apple. Once you take a bite out of it, that's the problem. It's this whole biologic rusting process in your body. And when we can address that with the NRF2 pathway and reverse that, it's a fabulous thing.
Yes, you're lowering that oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days by just one pill a day. And Protandim Nrf2 works through this pathway, this Nrf2 pathway or the Nrf2 switch. So when you activate that pathway, turn on that switch, then you're going to address that oxidative stress. Now, when I joined Lifevantage 10 years ago, there were 3,000 research articles on Nrf2 activation. Now there are 15,000. It's being researched, Nrf2 activation is being researched in just about every health condition that you can think of. So these researchers at Washington State University published a review paper on Nrf2 activation. These researchers are not associated with our company, but what they said is that Nrf2 is likely to become the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, and it may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Wow. Victoria.
Yes, absolutely. So we're looking at antioxidant productions, and Joanne will put the graph up there so we can take a look at this, but it is so cool because what happens is our ability to make those antioxidants decline as you can over time. And so when you take the NRF product, you can't tell the difference between a 20-year-old and an 80-year-old. So
Wow.
if you haven't watched that ABC Primetime Investigative Report, take a peek at that, and it will show you a little bit more information. But making your own antioxidants is significantly more powerful than what you take by mouth, your vitamin C's and, all your berries and fruits and all those goodies. This makes a dramatic improvement in your oxidative stress level.
Exactly.
It declines dramatically.
Exactly. So this is what happens after, like I said, after just 30 days on Protandim Nrf2, you're literally boosting up that those antioxidant enzyme productions in your cells to that of like, they were when you were younger. You're really literally, it's a sense, turning back the clock, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tell us about the research, Victoria.
Yeah, and this is what, Joanne and I are like goofy about. You can see all these journals coming up in these universities. Well, you don't really find a lot of supplements with peer-reviewed published research. And there are, over 25 studies, absolutely on Protandim and what it does by independent universities that were funded not by the company. So again, that's extremely unusual. And by virtue of these universities, you can tell that it's fabulous, fabulous research.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I think was the research that really brought me into this company, the research on Protandim Nrf2, because I was a founding member of Dietitians in Integrative and Functional Medicine and my nutrition. And as my role in that organization of the American Dietetic Association was to teach other dietitians about natural products and how to evaluate them in the science. And so when I saw those 7 high-powered, really well-designed studies on Protandim Nrf2, I was really impressed. And that's really, I wouldn't put my name behind a product if I didn't know there was some really great quality science. And that's what I saw with the Protandim Nrf2.
Absolutely. So next we begin to look at switches for your mitochondrial and the sirtuin activity. So those are the next 2 pathways. So your mitochondria, if you remember your high school biology, they're like the powerhouse of the cell, right? And as we age, mitochondria continues to decline. So we need to fix that. So we're going to flip on that Nrf1 pathway again with natural ingredients. And that is the Nrf1 Synergizer. So it actually helps increase the production of the Nrf1 genes by nearly 70%. So that's huge.
That is huge.
Yeah, we need our energy.
That's going to get our energy back.
Yes.
Victoria and I have been talking about this. I'm 71, and I think Victoria, I don't know if you want to tell people your age or not, but
Soon to be 68. Yep.
68.
Yes.
And we were just talking about how the energy that we still have. I really feel like my mitochondria have been getting a great boost from that Nrf1, and I know you feel that too. I know, Victoria.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the third switch that we're going to flip on our cells with a third Protandim product is the NAD sirtuin switch. So let's talk a little bit about sirtuins. Well, sirtuins also do decline over time as we age. And so exactly what are sirtuins? Sirtuins are a set of these powerful 7 genes or proteins that have a whole range and host of functions. Primary function is to clean up the cells and the gunk in our cells. They're kind of like the housekeepers in our cells. And so these sirtuins were really discovered when they were fasting animals, and so putting them on severe caloric restriction and fasting them, they found that the fasting and the caloric restriction was directly related to this increase in sirtuins. But our bodies In order to produce those sirtuins, in order for those sirtuins to actually work and function in our cells, we need a molecule called NAD. And this is where Protandim NAD comes into play. Protandim NAD is that exact complement that is necessary and needed to increase those sirtuins. In fact, just in 24 hours, you're going to increase your sirtuins by 100%. In other words, what this does is it mimics the same health benefits that you can get, or similar health benefits that you can get from fasting or severe caloric restriction. Again, increasing it by those sirtuins by 24 hours, by 100% in 24 hours. Amazing.
Yep. So what happens in the cell when you flip all three of these switches at the same time? Well, it's pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So, if you look at what's going on in this slide, look at those gray bars. So if you take like the Nrf1 Synergizer only, that's how much that your genes are switched up, right? But if you add these products and use them all together, take a look at the blue bars.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, so amazing. Look at that Nrf2 gene, that one called heme oxygenase 1, this one right here. So alone, Protandim Nrf2 will increase that gene by 50%. But look what happens when you add Nrf1 and NAD. Wow. And when I saw this slide, I'm like, no wonder I'm feeling so great. No wonder I feel probably even better than I did 10 years ago. Because look at this gene activity that's going on. This is called Nutrigenomics. These are nutrients within these synergizers that are working together, that are activating these powerful, healthy genes within your cells. Pretty amazing. So are you ready to flip the switch? Absolutely. Yeah. I know. I'm looking at all
yes. I say yes every day to all of this.
Absolutely. I'm
look at the support.
This is great. I'm looking at all the benefits here. And like you said, Victoria, I'm experiencing this every day. How exciting is that? I love the boost the mental and physical energy, both. Yes. That's awesome. Supporting healthy longevity, amazing. That's what I'm all about. I want to live not just long, but I want to live healthy.
Yes, a great health span.
A great health span, not just lifespan. That's right.
Exactly. So these are the synergizers that you can purchase either in bottles or in packets. Makes things really easy, especially when they're in the packets, because you can just grab and go and take them with you. And remember, for a grand total of $5 a day, which is pretty awesome when you think about what you might spend $5 on. That won't be as healthy for you.
And we have more, don't we, Victoria?
We do. I love our products because they're unique, and they're not Me Too products. So our Vitality Stack has the Nrf1 and Nrf2 in it. We have our Omega that you can also buy separately, and our probiotic, which you can also buy separately. You can see those on the top right. Axio is our Think Drink. Terrific. I always said I would never drink an energy drink because you would see so many people, having kidney problems, heart problems, by virtue of the stuff that's out there. But now I don't go a day without Axio because it helps with mood, focus, concentration. It's pretty amazing in my estimation. Products are super clean. We have our physique weight management system. And of course, we love our Nrf2 activation. So you're going to find that in the True Science skincare system, which is patented to work together. I don't know if there's any other patented skincare system. Lovely benefits. And please, the person who invited you, please have them share that information with you, because there's a lot of great things I actually call one of those products my Windex, if you saw my big fat Greek wedding, because if I get a burn, bite, you name it, bruise, I put True Science all over it and it heals amazingly.
Yes, it
Um,
does.
we put Nrf2 again in our hair care system, shampoo, conditioner, and a wonderful, amazing serum. My hair used to be pretty dry in Arizona, and since I've been using this product, my hair feels amazing. And then, of course, we were getting Protandim dogs, cats, and horses, and then the pet product came out. So we do have a lovely array of products.
So the stories, well, the stories that we tell are really better than when you share them. And that's really what Victoria and I are doing tonight here. We're really sharing our story and telling you why we're excited, about these products, and just excited to share about what we feel that they're doing for us and our health and in the health of people that we know that are taking these products. And so our products are sold through independent distributors and representatives of Lifevantage. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Lifevantage. Lifevantage is a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ, about 11 years old. And this is very exciting. It's also debt-free. By the way, there's probably about 1,000 direct sales companies in the United States, but only 8 of them are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So this is really wonderful for our company. And, we're in the health and wellness industry, and this is just a huge trend, right? I think everybody you would probably all agree, right? Well, the research shows that, 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. And the market research is showing that obviously that consumers are totally into health and wellness, because just look at the $600 billion is spent annually on these different product lines that we're in, and as far as the market. And this shows that cosmetic sales used to lead in the health and wellness industry, but that has switched over to wellness. So we're really in the right business at the right time with the right products.
Yes, it is a perfect model. And you and I know, having worked in, the healthcare system, I mean, I could not work from home. I
Well,
had, no virtual office. I had a physical office and I had to be there. The buck stopped with me. So this is low entry cost. You can do social sharing. You have really basically a personal online store. We have daily, weekly, monthly pay. And I'll tell you, I only got paid twice a month, and that's the way it was set up. But with this company, depending on what you want to do, you can get paid very frequently. And of course, travel not as much, but we still get to travel. And that's one of the things I like to do. And the only way I could get out of work was if I planned a vacation and then I had to ask permission to do it. So now I can travel whenever I want.
so really, Victoria, in a sense, I guess we might say that we're retired, but we're still working, because at least I love what I'm doing. This is retirement, having, your freedom, your time, financial freedom, and ability to travel, do all the fun things that you love to do, but still, yeah, really be engaged in something fun and exciting like Lifevantage, where you feel like you're really, helping people. And then don't
Yes,
don't you love the fact that we don't have all those employees to supervise too that we did when we were I mean, I love my
absolutely.
employees, but
Absolutely.
I truly did, but this is great. This is truly freedom. We
Yeah.
have some great financial disclosure here too, don't we, Victoria? You want to tell us about that?
We do. We absolutely do. So take a peek at the average monthly commissions paid at the rank. So, first you can look at a Pro 3. So I just want you to dream a little bit here. Because if you're looking for something, I mean, what kind of dreams do you have? For yourself, for your family, for a legacy. So give yourself permission to kind of be over the top right now. Wouldn't it be fabulous if? And then I want you to think about it, because as you go up the ranks, you saw Pro 3 was $626 on average a month. Premier Pro 5 is $3,100. And then if you go to Premier Pro 7, that's over $13,000 a month. And Joanne and I can both tell you that we never ever probably thought about doing anything like this in our
Oh,
lifetime.
never.
But this was a gift and a blessing that we heard about it,
Yes,
and it's forever changed our lives.
exactly.
So give
Yeah.
yourself permission. Go for it.
Absolutely go for it. So if you like what you're hearing and you're, as we were talking, and if you're thinking about people, in your life, family, friends, loved ones, at least that's what happened to me. When I went to that first meeting where my cardiologist friend was presenting, and when I saw that ABC News piece showing that Protandim Nrf2 lowered oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and I knew that that little yellow pill was a breakthrough. And all the whole time I was sitting there, I was thinking of family members and my girlfriends that really needed that product. And so if you're like that and you're listening to this and you're so intrigued and you're thinking, I just really want to at least get started. I want to get started with some products and maybe share these with family and friends. So here's your opportunity then in terms of getting started in enrollment packs. We have 3 different pack opportunities. Of the price here, $350, $650, or $1250, $50 of that is just a start kit with some business material. But the rest of this is products. And so this packet, the Platinum Pack, we call it, this has the greatest savings and it has all of the products so you can get started. You can get started using the products and you can share products out of that pack and you can share with family and friends. You will get your own replicated website for free. You get an app that is amazing where you can run your Lifevantage business with this app. It's just amazing what our company offers us in tools.
Yeah, here's the big question. Can I do this, right? Well, we have tons of support at Lifevantage. I mean, there's a global customer support. We have this ITT system that's very simple that we can teach you. We have regular team meetings and trainings, corporate events and more trainings,
Yes.
incentives, different perks along the way. And what's really big about this is community. And I think in light of what we're all experiencing right now, we definitely need community. And I can tell you, I have felt more love in this organization than in the many different hospital systems because
I
we were,
agree.
Air Force and moved all over the place. And so I was in a lot of different hospital systems. And this is just, it's a love
Love the
fest as
culture.
far as I'm concerned, because we're really supportive of one another.
Absolutely. It's, being in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So that is so exciting. Lifevantage is really a wonderful company, best places to work. They're launching all over the world. I think 24, 25 countries. I can't keep up. They're launching so quickly. Aaron Brockovich joined the board of directors back in 2019. Our company has won all kinds of awards, for our products. They were added to the Russell 3000 index on the NASDAQ, again, opening business all over the world, posting record sales every quarter. And this was really a big event for us back in January of 2020. Lifevantage rang the closing bell. It was huge event for our company. Just a testament to what a great company this is financially, the culture. I love the culture of Lifevantage. Wonderful corporate staff that I feel like every day they get up in the morning and these people are going to work for us to help us to succeed in our business. This slide, yes, the markets that we're open in around the world. It's just amazing. So you are not limited to the United States. Your business will go globally. And in fact, my company is called JSP Global because my business has just gone all over. We are now opening in May. We'll be opening in the Philippines, for example. So it's just every year we're opening in a new country. You know, one thing too I love about Lifevantage, like I said, about the culture, and we have a legacy program where we have an opportunity to give back to many, many charitable worthy causes. For example, building homes for families in Mexico. That's been a real big initiative of our country, our company. So where do we go from here, Victoria?
Absolutely. So you may be in kind of one of three camps. You need more information. You may want to become a customer or join the team. But, you know, I truly believe this is really the bottom line ends up being with you and your frame of reference. So just a couple of closing points. You know, I listened to a trainer by the name of Gina Gabellini, and she was talking about energy, and she said, this is her quote: decisions create new energy, and new energy creates change. And a couple nights ago, staying on the energy theme, I was listening to a physician that was talking about energy. And he said, you know what? If you took the atom and split it, you know what happens with that. There's a huge explosion, right? But if you could take that energy and harness it, you could power the city of New York for 1 year. So I want you to think about this. Your body is made up of atoms. And if you take the number 7 and put 27 zeros behind it, that's how many atoms are in your body. So you have a lot of power. So harness your power and put a good thought to what we just talked to you about in this webinar, and hopefully it will speak to you, and we've given you some inspiration to harness your power within and to go for something maybe you thought you'd never do in your lifetime.
That's right. So I think tonight, you know, Victoria and I, we've tried to give you a really good introduction into Lifevantage, of why we're so excited about the Lifevantage products and about the financial opportunity that it's provided for us. And, you know, what it's done for us, it really can do, it can happen to anybody. I never thought I would be where I am in my life, you know, living the dream lifestyle, I think, in retirement and what I'm able to do now. And so really, we just basically gave you a little introduction to our products, a little company, you know, and a lot to pack into 30 minutes, right? But please, if you're a guest here on the webinar tonight, or if you're listening to the recording, please get back to the person who invited you to watch this recording. Get your questions answered, get more information, find out if, you know, this is for you. Get all the information that you need. We really invite you to do that. And so with that, we're going to sign off. I want to thank you for joining the webinar tonight. Victoria and I, we've been really delighted to have you on. We wish you a really blessed week. And so farewell, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.